The federal government has restated her commitment to use effective data collection strategy to promote gender equality and inclusiveness in the educational sector. The Minister of State for Education, Goodluck Nanah Opiah, made this known during a national dialogue on educational issues in Nigeria, which held in Abuja, saying that the use of credible and timely data generation initiative will foster understanding and accelerate equality between girls and women in the educational sector.
Nigeria remains focused on the implementation of a comprehensive and holistic program of action, including creating an enabling policy environment for data generation, gender equality, and inclusive education. As a continent, we need to embrace the use of data in guiding all our decisions. It is often said that data is to learning what oxygen is to living. If we can successfully bridge the data gaps in Nigeria, we would have provided the basic fundamentals for resolving so many issues. Credible, timely, and reliable data generation is required for qualitative planning and decision making. Strategies to deal with this issue are on, and the ministry is collaborating with relevant stakeholders in dealing with data challenges in Nigeria. This initiative is commendable and will foster a shared understanding, facilitate learning, collaboration, and strengthen capacity in those identified priority areas.
And if Nigeria is to achieve a demographic transition that would then lead to a demographic dividend, that's a complicated concept that I'm not going to define, but we can talk about it later. So fertility would have to decline more. So the objective is not to make fertility decline, right? The objective should be that women should have the ability to manage how many children they give birth to and achieve the desired number of births that they would like.
Effective data collection and analysis will ensure that we know what we are looking for and how to review them and aggregate same for different purposes. Most importantly, it allows us to direct our increasingly scarce resources where they are mostly needed in the face of everyday competitive demands, especially in a highly populous country like Nigeria. These data sets are important because they help assess if an initiative is successful at targeting and benefiting women, men, girls, and boys, and it unbundles their differentiated impacts. Gender data can be the evidence that policymakers need to put in place inclusive, gender-sensitive policies that will allow girls and women to achieve their full potentials to accelerate equality and ensure equity.
It's important that education delivery is informed by data and evidence, not just that the data and evidence is produced and consumed perhaps by researchers in isolation, but that the data and evidence is being shared, disseminated, discussed, debated, contested, maybe even by practitioners, and that members of the partnership here in Nigeria, whether it's government, civil society, donors, UN agencies and other multilaterals, that they come together and talk to each other about the challenges and ways forward for the sector.